I'm Deputy Chris Palmer of Lee County Sheriff's Office in Sanford, North Carolina. Currently, I'm an SRO for Warren Williams Elementary School, which is an alternative school for behavioral challenge children from kindergarten to 5th grade. I'm also a U.S. Army military police officer, and I serve in the roles of civil affairs currently. I'm a professor at Greensboro College in the Criminal Justice Department, and I've taught at the Community College in Forensic Science and also Criminal Justice. Warren Williams students can come to us for multiple reasons. They have gone to other traditional elementary schools and have had behavioral challenges which have caused them to either go to the principal's office too many times, disrupt class too many times, or they simply just cannot handle a large environment. So many times we look at this in society and say these are bad children. And when you hear the word alternative, it means that they're not normal or they're not traditional. There's something wrong with them. There's a misconception when it comes to the term juvenile delinquent or juvenile delinquency. Society has coined this term as a child that goes around hurting people, purposely trying to injure people, destroy property, make decisions with premeditation, and it's always about malice and being violent. Well, society is also the ones that place these children in that category, and that's the misconception. Just because a child makes one bad decision. For instance, if a child has an argument or gets into a fight, 20 years ago you could play basketball in the gym at school. You could get into a fight and your gym coach would probably say, hey, you two need to talk it out or you need to just fight it out and get it over with. The fight would happen, it would be over, and you'd go about your day. You'd apologize, shake hands, and no one would be harmed later on. You probably would end up being best friends by the time you reached 8th grade. Now, two children start arguing verbally. One pushes the other one, and all of a sudden that person is coined the juvenile delinquent of middle school. They are the bully of middle school. They're the most violent criminal that we know. Society has given us this misconception, and it's been passed through the media. And media exploits these children and young people, and they say, oh, look at how bad our future is. Look at how bad society has gotten. Well, who started that? It was society. It was the educators. It was the family members of other families that say, you know what? We grew up doing this, but man, times have changed. We need to go back to understanding that people make mistakes. And it's okay to rehabilitate them. It's okay to talk to them and work things out without punitive justice. Just because someone gets punished doesn't mean they're going to react well to that. Sometimes just putting your arm around them and saying, hey, you made a bad choice. I've been there. I've done that. It's okay. That's going to build that trust, and it's going to build the acceptance of, it's okay for me to make a mistake. I can still be a great person. And in turn, that's going to change our future. And that misconception about what a juvenile delinquent truly is going to go away. How do you help a child that is struggling from being labeled or struggling from being stereotyped by society? Real simple answer: restorative discipline. I completely agree with this theory and the philosophy of not punishing a child every time they make a mistake. Building them up, making them leaders in small aspects of their life. And that leadership will then in turn transition them, turn them, shape them, and mold them into a productive person in society. So in conclusion, labeling theory does exist. Stereotypes are present in society. And sometimes they damage young people so much. How do we fight that? There's a million directions we could go. Ultimately, the first thing we have to do is get rid of these stereotypes for young people. We need to give them the opportunity to develop naturally, mature over time. Allow them to be children. Stop being so judgmental. Stop making them the problem of society and realizing that we as society can be the difference makers in their lives. We have to focus on juvenile delinquency and really what it is.